Hi guys, it's Diana at Dog On It. I got Ruby here too. I just wanted to do a little how-to treadmill video. It's just going to be very basic, but I wanted to give some of you an idea of how I introduce the treadmill to all the dogs that I get in here. Ruby is already treadmill trained, as many of you have seen. She actually really enjoys it, but it's the steps I took with her, and it's the steps that I take with all dogs. Some are a lot better than others. Some can really be a struggle. I mean, it's a big thing. The floor is moving. So that's a big thing to kind of overcome for a dog because they can't grasp it quite like we can. It's great though for dogs as a confidence builder or dogs really dealing with a lot of anxiety because it gives them something else to focus on. All of their focus is, I've got to stay on the floor that is moving. You know, it's kind of freaky if they get off a little bit. So it really lets them channel their energy somewhere else. And even for dogs that aren't battling any of that, it's mentally and physically exhausting. And if you live anywhere like Omaha in winter and we get a lot of ice and things like that, it's a great alternative if you can't get your dogs out. So I like to build in a positive association with this at first, so I just kind of introduce it to them. I'm not going to turn it on right away because I don't want them to freak out. I just want to introduce it in a non-threatening way, and then we gradually get into the turning it on and how to go from there. So I'm just going to kind of go like Ruby had never done it before. So step one of it. So you're just going to walk them on. Let's go. Good job. So once all four paws are on, little praise, nice work. Break. Break, which is what I do to, okay, a couple dogs over there knocking things over. Okay, took care of that. So again, just walking it on, not naming it anything yet. Break. Ruby's probably like, why aren't we just getting on this? Let's go. So once you go through that a couple times, they're going on it like, okay, what are we doing? No big deal. Name it. Treadmill. Yes, good job. Good job. I let them just stand on it. A lot of times, dogs will start sniffing at it. Let them. Break. Good job. Okay. Treadmill. Good. Good girl. So again, you're going to go through this a few different times. Once they start, you know, getting the hang of it, they're not really struggling with it. Good. Break. Treadmill. Now some treadmills start up immediately. Some make a noise and it has a countdown. For dogs that are kind of struggling with that, it is going to add another level of difficulty for you because they have that countdown. You know, they hear the noise, they know something's going to happen, and the panic can set in right away. The biggest thing I tell my clients is once it starts going even just a little bit, get the speed up as fast as you can. Not too as fast as the treadmill can go, but you know, it'll start at practically nothing. Really try to get it up there to, you know, at least a 1 and keep going, because that little bit of movement gives them enough time to kind of freeze and then just jump off. So the sooner you can get it up there, you kind of leave them without a lot of options. Their option is, okay, keep walking so, you know, I don't get thrown off and get uncomfortable. So that's going to be key. I have usually introduced just standing at the side. I have a slip lead. I don't use a prong collar. I don't use e-collars during this. I just use a slip lead. And I stand on the side and hold the pressure here. You may find that you have to straddle, pardon seeing my backside, like this when you first introduce it. It's just going to be how your dog reacts. If they're struggling a little bit more, you may find that straddling them, so you can kind of just keep them there, holding the pressure in the middle, and then having them in between your legs is going to work best. Some dogs, again, like Ruby, who weren't too apprehensive to the whole deal, you can just hold the pressure on the side. So I can show both ways. So again, mine's a little slow in starting, but it doesn't make any noises. So there's the noise, it's going slow, so you're going to want to go up as quick as possible just to get it going. Keep it at a low level, that's when they have that opportunity to flee. And again, I know Ruby's already conditioned, so don't get frustrated if you're like, well, that did not happen that quickly with my dog. I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of how I introduce her. So now I'm going to show you, like, if you have to stand with them in the middle of you, how you would do that. So again, you want to get it going. And so this way, as you can see, it kind of holds in there. So by doing it that way, first of all, a lot of times they can find some security in you being that close to them, so that can help as well. But you can kind of get them cornered in a little bit more until they start grasping the issue of, okay, this is all we're doing, we're just walking. So in ending any treadmill session, you want it to end on a positive note. So for some reason, if they were to fall off or get off, I like to at least get them back on even with it not moving. So if they were to have fallen off, jumped off, turn it off, just get them to be okay with getting back on it, and then end a session on that note. Great! And then a positive session, once you turn that treadmill off, doesn't mean that they instantly are going to, just jump off. Again, it's all about balance, leadership. So as I just broke Ruby, you want to make sure that you break them from that. So again, I know this makes it look easy because Ruby is a pro at this, but those are the steps that I like to take, and so hopefully with those steps it will help you to get started. Thanks!